Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM dumpster fire. Today we're back for another top MLM fails video, and today we have a little bit of a different format again. We have two longer videos that were just too short to be one full video, so I mashed them all together. Get your coffee, get your snacks, your tea, whatever is your preference. I don't have anything because it's like 9 p.m. Before we get into it though, big shout out to all of my channel members. I really appreciate you guys and everyone else who is watching. I really do appreciate you as well, of course. And don't forget that the free way to support my channel is to like, subscribe, leave your commentary down below if you have anything to say. Yeah, let's just put a little disclaimer in here and let's get into this video. Okay, so as per usual, we're going to start with the shorter one. And the shorter one is our favorite Doterra Han. So she had the Ask Me Anything thing on her Instagram, and somebody said, I would love to hear more of how you're doing the business these days, how it differs from past, etc. I never do them because I'm a little bit afraid. Like 80% of my followers on Instagram are men. Most of them don't have interest in anti-MLM, so I'm scared to post ask me anything type of thing. I'm scared of what kind of questions I would get. So, but anyway.
Okay, so I love this question. Just for reference, I've been doing Doterra for a little over 9 years, and I've built to the top rank within the company, and I built fast, and I've always been a top enroller in the company. And behind the scenes, there was a lot of grind, a lot of hustle, a lot of creating the programs, inspiring the people, doing the things, and also finding my own validation in that, finding my own worthiness in that. And so this past year, I've walked through this whole rebirth personally. And again, this is super intimate, but I think it's important that I no longer look for things outside of me to validate me, to feel worthy, to feel enough, to feel loved. And so my business got to go through a rebirth too. So now my business gets to look and feel in a way that's like a full body yes. A full body, like I love sharing them this way. I love building my team this way. I also am ready to attract leaders in my team who are self-led. Like I have some incredible, brilliant, smart leaders still in my team who I'm so grateful for. But I will tell you that this past year has funneled a lot of people who aren't self-led out of this industry, but out of Doterra, who are looking for someone else to motivate them. And I'm just not about that life anymore. I'm about sitting at a table.
Okay. So you were the top enroller, right? You were recruiting the most. You joined early. This is the lady that was using her divorce in one of our old top MLM fails videos. She was referencing her divorce and how this business really helped her get over the divorce. You were enrolling so much that you got to the top of Doterra, right? Because you have a giant downline. And now that you have a giant downline and a good income for yourself, you no longer need those majority of the people that don't work, are not leaders, right? And yes, a lot of the people are not leaders because not everyone can just be a leader. And I always say this when I'm talking about leadership. When a normal, legitimate business is hiring for a manager or supervisor, they're not going to give this job to someone who has no school, no education on leadership, and no experience. You don't have to have both, but if you don't have neither of the two, they're not going to hire you. Why would they hire someone who doesn't know anything about managing people? And a lot of the people are not going to be good leaders. But yeah, now that you're on top and you don't need to recruit anymore, your downline is mass recruiting as well for you, so you don't have to do it anymore as much as you did in the past. So now you're kind of like, I only need people who motivate themselves or whatever. There's nothing wrong with finding motivation outside of yourself. Like for my fitness journey, I used to use other people's progress and other people's good looking photos to motivate myself. As superficial as it is, I got into fitness for superficial reasons. It's no longer that way, but I did start out for aesthetic reasons, right? I had aesthetic goals. I motivate myself and my own progress motivates me now, but that wasn't the case before. So just because someone's looking for motivation outside of themselves, it doesn't mean that they're useless or they're not the same worth as someone who has it in them to motivate themselves. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm interpreting it wrong, but yeah, I don't like it. It's icky.
With somebody who sees an opportunity, sees what they can create, and takes action. Let's go. Let's do the things. Let's create the things, and reaches out for help or becomes resourceful or creates a skill set if they need it, but doesn't sit in this So they don't sit in this victim energy of, I need somebody else outside of me to motivate me, to inspire me, to train me, to do all the things. I want to preface this with the fact that my team, anyone who enrolls with me, gets access to my fundamentals business training, which is 12 massive modules, ebooks, all the things on how to build a successful business. What I did to go from nothing to presidential in 3.5 years. I also have a huge library of tons of continuing ed classes. So I have the resources, but what that creates is this expectation that you need to have the resources to be a good leader, and you don't. Because truthfully, I created these because I liked them. But if you don't like doing that, if that's not your energy, if that's not your creation, if that's not your zone of genius, then I don't want you to feel like you need to do that to be successful at this business. So the hard truth is that your success is dependent on you and what you want to create. Now, this is tapping in and saying, do I love these oils? Do I want to share these oils? Do I want to create a community? Do I want to lead a community? Do I want to tap into the energy of what it looks like to be an entrepreneur, to trust myself, to leap, to try new things and to fail and to learn that way? You know, if you're looking for the stability, the predictability of a paycheck, of, you know, people enrolling with you, of leaders coming to you, if that's what you're searching for, do not do network marketing, do not do doTERRA as a business. But if you are wanting to play in the magic, if you are wanting to play in the field of possibilities of what you can create in your life, then this opportunity can blow your mind. I say that from experience. Okay, so this will be the final question for tonight, but to work with me one-on-one, I now have my own private coaching clients, and I create massive life-changing courses, and we just launched a 6-month business mastermind. So this is open to anyone. Many of my clients are actually in doTERRA. They are just entrepreneurs, people who are going through massive transformations and looking for support from a high-level activator. So my one-on-one coaching, you can email me if it's something you're curious about. I'll put my email in here. Our courses are all through AlignSpark.com, and our mastermind just went live today, and that's over on my stories under Keely Nicole. So lots of fun stuff coming out. It's such an energy to help people transform, to help people come home to themselves, to help people trust themselves.
Oh yeah, sure. You're transforming people, aka scamming them, in my opinion, out of money. Also brainwashing them to think that these essential oils are magical and can do everything for you. But that's just my own opinion on the topic. I mean, very interesting. She says she wants a certain type of people, but then at the very end, she says, well, this is my email address. If you want one-on-one coaching, you can just email me here. She's still gonna coach anyone and everyone because it gives her personal financial benefits, you know, if she does, and if you join her team. So I don't believe in the BS. She's not gonna turn away from someone just because she thinks they don't have the right mindset or personality. They want as many people as they can in their downline because it gives them more money. I kind of had a sense of her being condescending the whole time and saying like, well, if you're getting your motivation in a different way than myself, you're not as worth to me, you know. I just got that kind of vibe. I did not like it. I did not like it at all. But let's just move on to the next one.
So what about you hold the answers?
Sometimes mom life just doesn't stop, and sometimes you hit the go live button and then your 6-year-old wants your help tracing a pizza cutter for his brother to color a detailed view. Love you.
Love you too.
You're welcome. I want to I thought you were going. Somebody come get their kid over here. I thought you were going.
Hold on.
That's a negative. I wanted to talk to you guys about this whole concept of I'll wait until the right moment. I'll wait until I'm ready. I'll wait until whatever the condition is. So most people tend to set a condition. I hate to generalize things, but whenever you set a condition, you're saying, I need to do this before I can have this. I need to be in this state before this is available to me. And if you're someone that you've caught yourself saying that before, or maybe you still say it now, put that in the comments. Hey, Tammy, put that in the comments. Say that's me. Like, raise your hand. There's no shame, no guilt here, guys. Like, this is a safe space. So have you ever caught yourself saying, I'm just going to give you some thoughts here. When I lose 30 pounds, I'll be happier. When I am able to afford organic food, then I'll be able to eat healthier. When I have a house, then I'll feel like I've made it. When I have X amount of money in savings, then I'll feel wealthy. I'll feel like I am settled. So have you ever set conditions? And I just drew on my desk. Have you ever set conditions? And I feel like it's a very human thing, a very normal thing to set conditions. And one of the things that I've observed these last few years is that there's conditions set where there doesn't need to be conditions. And honestly, I think it's because we are conditioning ourselves to do that. Can I get an amen? Where we get so used to this cycle of saying, I have to have this before I can be this, or feel this, or do this, right? Are you guys following what I'm saying? We get in this pattern.
Is this gonna be one of those where she's like, well, you think that you're not successful because you're not succeeding and you're not making a good profit out of your MLM biz, but that doesn't mean that you should advertise your MLM biz and pretend that you are successful on social media. I kind of have a feeling that this is gonna go in that direction. Also, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a certain number in mind that you want to have in your savings account so that you feel safe, financially safe. I totally get that, but also that's not going to stop me. Like, wanting to have a certain number in my bank savings is not going to stop me from traveling or not enjoying my life as much as I can.
And until we break that pattern, that's all that we know. So I'm going to encourage you guys to write down what your conditions are that's in your head. Like, keep a log, like you would a food diary or water intake or something like that, of where you're setting conditions mentally and verbally. One thing that I hear time over time is that when I accomplish this goal with my health, then I'll be happy. When this person does this, then I'll be happy. Then I'll be able to get healthy. So some good examples are, trying to think of some good ones that I've heard recently, is now's not the right time. When it's the new year, then I'll jump into your wellness program. Or whenever I have X amount of money, then I'll dedicate myself to it. Or when I have the time, then I'm going to get healthier. Then I'm going to get weller. Then I'm going to start a business. But guess what, guys? It is never the right time. Never, never, never. If we continue to wait until the weekend, until Monday, until the start of the month, until...
Okay. My opinion. For certain things, yes, if you wait for the right, perfect time, that usually, in most cases, is never gonna happen. There's always gonna be something that it's gonna make that thing not the right time. However, if someone's trying to get you to join this MLM scam, business, and you only have like a certain amount of money on your bank account and you don't have a job, let's take me in 2020 during the pandemic when I was unemployed. I had a tiny little bit of money in my bank account, not even my savings, because I knew I was gonna spend it all because I did not have a job and I had the rent to pay and bills to pay. So me not joining Arbonne because I didn't have $200 and something that the starter kit would cost me was not me making an excuse. I didn't know about MLMs. I didn't know how bad MLMs are. I didn't know that most people that join MLMs don't make any profit. I just didn't join because I didn't have money. But that did not stop the MLM rep, the Arbonne girl, to keep trying to get me to spend a little bit of money that I had on my account jobless. That was a very move on her end, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt that she was brainwashed, very brainwashed. She blocked me on Instagram when I went into anti-MLM, so I don't know how she's doing, but she was not, I believe she was not very high up in the company. She wasn't at the bottom rank, but she wasn't high up either. She literally tried, she knew I was jobless, and she tried to get me to spend a little bit of money that I had on my bank account onto Arbonne. She may have genuinely believed that I'm gonna be successful and this is gonna be great for me, but I feel like she just saw me as a dollar sign. So yeah, sometimes for some things it is not the right time, especially if you don't have money, literally don't have enough money to do something. That's not an excuse. Also, if you want to get on a fitness journey or a health journey, you don't need supplements. You don't need to join a wellness MLM to be on a successful fitness or health journey. Supplements are just an additional thing that can help you, but they're not something that makes or breaks your fitness journey.
New Year's, it's never going to happen. Why not now? Why not tonight? Why not tomorrow? When is the right time? There's never a good time when it comes to any changes that you need to make. And the real reason why people say that, why you say that, why I say that, is resistance. You're fighting internally because you're scared of change. That is the ego. And I point to the back of the mind because my ego sits right back here. And if I don't work on my mindset, this little guy gets loud and loud and louder and tells me what I'm fearful of and what I'm scared of. And so this little ego of mine, this little guy on my shoulder, on the back of my neck, is telling me that I need to be in my comfort space. Now's not the time. I am so busy. I've got 4 kids. I've got a full-time job, part-time job, a wellness business. I've got so much going on. How am I going to do another thing? Granted, there is only 24 hours in the day. I've only got so much bandwidth I can do things. But when it comes to important things like your wealth and your health, you ain't got those 2 things, you ain't got much. I mean, other than love. Other than love, which is the next powerful thing.
Wealth and health, again, MLM is not going to give you any of those 2. So what are we talking about? How is MLM business going to bring health and wealth to people when up to 99% of people that join multi-level marketing companies never make any profit? And that's according to the FTC. All the links are going to be down below in the description box. How are you creating health and wealth? You're just going to work your ass off and get nothing in return.
Time. Those 4 things together, those are priorities. Protecting your time, protecting your inner love and your love for others, and then your finances, and then your health. So when you are looking to align those 4 things and prioritize them, you have to prioritize them. You have to make a decision. So if there is something that will, let's just take finances. If there is something that will save you money, if there is something that will save you time, if there is something that will help you grow your finances, then why are you holding back? What are you waiting for? If there is something that can make you healthy.
Imagine if I got on a live on YouTube or Instagram and I start telling you guys, why are you guys not doing it? Why are you guys not making YouTube videos yourself? What are you waiting for? You can earn money from it. And YouTube is not even a product-based pyramid scheme, so it's not even that bad. But still, who the hell am I just because I have a YouTube channel? Who the hell am I to get on social media and be this way to you with this kind of attitude? That's none of my business. You know, if you want to do YouTube, DM me, we can talk about it. Of course, I will support you if you do. But it's none of my business to try and get you to do it because you can eventually earn some money off of it. Who do you think you are, lady? Who do you think you are? Honestly, like, she's not even talking to her team. she's talking to people who might be watching this live. Who do you think you are to talk to people that way?
So, and I coach on all of this stuff, by the way. If there's something that will make you healthy and you've been resisting it for a while and you're continuing to see it, you're continuing to see results, people are raving about it, and you know that you need it, why are you waiting? Why are you really waiting? I'm serious. Why are you waiting? And these are things to think about. There is no right time. So whenever I coach my customers and they're like, oh, I'll wait till the beginning of the month, New Year's, why? What is it? Is it financial? Is that a problem with you? Is it how much time do you think this is gonna take? Are you afraid?
Okay, random lady on the internet, that's none of your business. Don't ask people that, okay? It's rude.
Of how people are gonna judge you? Like, what is it that you're really worried about? Because I can help you handle those objections. A lot of people think because I'm a wellness coach that I can't help with mindset, or I can't help overcome objections, when in fact I can. It just takes being receptive and it takes being communicative with me so that I can help you navigate those things. Love is love, when is the right time to, for that. I'm not a love coach, guys. And then time, protecting your time. I'm a firm believer in boundaries. It's always a good time to look at where you're spending your time. So I am on social media with you guys. You're watching this live right now, whether you're watching this live or replay. And the amount of time that Americans in particular spend on social is crazy. Like, I don't think everybody fully understands how much time they're actually spending on social until you go into your phone settings. But the average American spends 2.5 to 3 hours a day on social without sometimes even realizing it. Think about all the times you're in the bathroom, or all the time you're in bed, waking up and going to sleep, and you're scrolling. That is time that you could be using for something else. It could be time that you use to grow your mindset. It could be time to cook a healthy meal for you. It could be time to spend with your loved ones.
And this is BS again, okay, except for spending time with your loved ones, but there's nothing wrong with you scrolling on social media. Also, for the MLM huns out there, don't you want people to scroll on social media so that they can come across your opportunity? If people are not scrolling on social media, they're not going to see your posts, and you're not going to be able to recruit them and sell to them. So that doesn't make any sense. But also, if you scrolling on social media is your downtime, your you time, something that helps you wake up in the morning, or something that you do before any time of the day, on the toilet, what you're supposed to do your biz on the toilet. No, just do your me time. You're allowed to scroll on social media, for God's sakes. There's nothing wrong with that. You're better off just scrolling on social media and not doing anything, rather than trying to work this business that is set up for you to fail, and that's never gonna bring you any profit or success. So
setting goals, reading, self-development. There are hidden parts of time throughout the day that we could use to work on something meaningful. And I understand wanting to break away, numb yourself a little bit from whatever's going on in your life and in the world, scrolling. But even if you just took half that time and got super intentional with it, go download an Audible, start a free trial for, a week or 2 weeks now, and learn a new skill. Learn something different, get a new perspective, grow your mind. But I will tell you guys that when we say things like, now's not the right time, or I don't have time, or I don't have the money, or I can't afford that, that's not what we're really saying. I mean, yeah, when it comes to things financially, maybe we don't have the money, that's fine. But when you truly start to look at things and you start to understand where your time's going and where your money's going, chances are that's just the first excuse that you come up with. And I know for me, whenever I wanted to start this wellness business and I wanted to use the wellness products, that was the first thing that came up. Never mind, I could actually afford it. I went and I said, oh, I gotta get approval from my husband. He's gotta say yes to this. Like, I need all the things, when in reality, I knew it was me. I knew it was me not wanting to commit. And I think a lot of people feel like that. And that's fine. Again, no shame, no guilt there. But what if, and I'm just going to say this, what if you were just honest with that person or yourself of, hey, this isn't a priority for me right now. Financially, I need to save up money for this. Let's reapproach this conversation in 2 months or 3 months or 6 months. Or, hey, help me break down the costs a little bit more. Maybe help me do a cost analysis because I haven't done one before, or send me a sheet. Help me with this if you can, or send me a resource for me to learn. Like, that is a good way to communicate rather than I don't have time, I don't have money. So I think there's areas of opportunity that I just want to suggest to you guys, and not knowing who's going to watch this and who's going to find value in this, but it's just something that I've observed in a lot of different conversations these last 3 years. There's no like singular conversation I'm thinking of over this course of time. It was just on my heart to kind of talk about this. So I hope that this gives you guys something to think about. If you find that this is something that's valuable that you would like to share with your friends list, go ahead, hit the share button. This is public for you guys. And I hope that this message finds you well, and I hope that this message helps you think, because it's everywhere. Setting conditions and saying that it's not, I can't. Those are big pillars of opportunity, like I said. So that's all that I've got for you guys. Thank you for watching with me. I hope to give you guys some more insight, some more inspirational messages. I feel like I could have my own quote or inspirational message website with some of the things that hit my mind. But that's all that I got. So I appreciate and value your time, and I hope you guys have an amazing night. Hi, Jen. Bye, guys.
Well, lady, I mean, I did not hear anything valuable in this. You guys can let me know down below if you heard anything valuable, or anything that, if you were in an MLM, that you think would be of any kind of value to you. But again, she wasn't even talking to people who are in the MLM. She just got on an Instagram live, spoke to a bunch of strangers. She doesn't even know who's watching this. She was like, what is your financial situation? Tell me, why don't you want to join my business? It's like, it's none of your business, lady. Leave people alone. They don't owe you an explanation. And you who's watching this, please always have this in mind. You don't owe anyone an explanation, okay? Especially strangers on the internet who are trying to recruit you into an MLM or anything else. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why you're doing something or why you're not doing something, okay? So I think that's a good way to wrap this video up. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. You're a true trooper. I appreciate you. Big shout out to all my channel members. I love you guys, and everyone else who's watching this, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. I appreciate you guys as well, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.